Film Pulse is supported by the kind donations from listeners like you. Please consider subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/filmpulse for just $1 a month and help keep the podcast on the air. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 254. My name's Adam Patterson. We're joined today by Kevin Rakestraw. How are you, Kevin?
Pretty good.
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
All right.
Cool. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Blades.
Blades. This is from 1989. Why did we pick this one, Kevin?
Because wait, what is it?
National
August is National Golf Month.
National Golf Month this month.
I don't know why I find that so funny.
I like what we're doing here, picking these more obscure things to find movies for. Like, I have one lined up later for next month.
It is really interesting to go through and see, with the various days, the national days and the national months and even the weeks. Like, there's so many. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So this is directed by Thomas R. Rodinella. I have a synopsis here. This is a long one. Whoa, here we go. People are showing up sliced and diced at Tallgrass Country Club. Norman, the owner of the club, wants to avoid undue publicity on the eve of the televised Pro-Am tournament and encourages new pro Roy to get to the bottom of the killings quietly. Roy has a history of alcohol problems since he choked while playing a big tournament years before, and Kelly, who feels she should have been hired as the new pro, isn't making the situation easier for him, insisting they cancel the tournament until the killer can be stopped. After a seedy character named Deke Slater is arrested, the owner relaxes, but Roy and Kelly begin to feel that Deke's rantings about a runaway lawnmower aren't so far-fetched after all. And after Deke is released, the three of them prepare for a battle to the death out on the uncharted fairways. What? The uncharted fairways. What?
I'm pretty sure they've been charted before. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
what are they?
Just opened.
How are they uncharted? How are these fairways uncharted? Because by definition, I would think that the fairways would have to be charted in order for them to become fairways. You can't just have a natural fairway that's completely untouched by humans.
That's true. Yeah, you don't just come across like natural golf courses. You actually do literally have to chart them out.
Right. There has to be a planning phase at some point. You can't just say, I think that there might be a natural golf course somewhere.
They discover a golf course, 18 holes, pristine.
It's got like the flags and everything.
That would be great if that's how we discovered golf courses.
You find like all
just existed,
like just completely natural par 3s and par 5s.
Yeah,
like
and there was a whole humanitarian effort to turn them into national parks. Oh man,
I love it. All right, Ryan, tell us a little bit about Blades.
All right, so it starts out and it kind of feels like Caddyshack we're watching it, only it gets violent, obviously, and it's pretty stupid. Like, doesn't make much sense, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, there's this guy, and he becomes hired as the new pro on this golf course right before this pro tournament. And his little assistant thought along that she was going to be the new pro, but the owner decided to hire this new guy. So they're out in the course talking about various things, and they find out about an old man that was, for some reason, hitting golf balls into the woods, and they go again and chasing them. And also, for some reason, And I'm pretty sure this isn't allowed, but his dog was his caddy. So that's the dog used to hanging out the golf course with him. This guy has to go falls in the woods. Eventually goes in after them. Then up does not come back out. And for whatever reason, his dog lays in the same spot for like 2 or 3 days while the investigation is going on. And this lady wants them to cancel this program tour because they haven't prepared for it at all. And they're also afraid that someone else will get killed. Well, there's a second child. I say child, he's probably like 13, maybe. And he just mysteriously disappeared off the golf course also. And this program guy meets this sea guy. And with the music and whatnot, you're ready to think that this guy's the killer. And now he's been captured. And everything's alright. Only, and that isn't the case. After she got killed, another child is killed. Another young child on the golf course killed. And they investigated more. And they ended up finding out that somehow a lawnmower has come alive and gone rogue. After like a regular push lawnmower. It's like one of those lawnmowers they cut big fields with. That's the big spinning blade on it. I don't know what they're called. But they say this golf cart or this lawnmower has come alive. And eventually it comes after them, tries to kill them while they're on a car. And they have a ramp down. And they get a flat tire in the middle of the golf course because they have their van on there for whatever reason. And they decide to let the girl change the hair while both the guys are hanging out in the car. And all of a sudden, they see the lawnmower coming at the lady. And she changes her and barely evades in, and the lawnmower misses them, but ends up tipping their car over, and this guy falls down, and as he's trying to get away, the lawnmower lawnmowers him to death. Then
A lawnmower lawn mows him to death.
Man, this pro guy hits a golf ball right out of the lawnmower and makes the engine explode and makes the lawnmower veer up in a pond and the lawnmower dies. And everyone lives happily after the pro. The pro-am happens.
Okay, so they're able to do the pro-am after all, huh?
Yeah.
Do people know at this point that this killing has been
yeah,
happening?
there's a few scenes where small groups of people gather around the investigation.
I'm sorry, but if I know that there is a haunted lawnmower that's killing people on a golf course, I'm not going to be going to the pro-am to check that out.
Now, do we know?
Dude, that's the least. That's the least of this movie's problems.
Do we know that it's a haunted lawnmower?
I'm getting. I mean, it's self-evident.
Does
You
it
know,
say-
with a push mower, you have to have that little handle held down. But this doesn't have one of those handles.
Yeah, I see a picture of it here. It's one of those old. It's an old timey one.
Yeah.
What's up with the balloons on it? pictures I'm seeing.
I don't know. They're like kids' wildlife faces.
Yeah.
I guess the person made like the lawnmower's like soul. I guess he's like in the mind.
It's like Mario Kart in
He's
battle
like-
mode, and it has the
Yeah, he's
balloons.
like the mind little children running it through, mowing it down, and chopping him up.
So I wonder if that's to lead you to believe that this old timey lawnmower is really enjoying this. Like this isn't like a vengeful murdering. It's just like a gleeful
Like
murdering.
someone hasn't wronged this lawnmower.
Yeah,
This is
it
like-
just wants people. Just wants to run over people.
Yeah, I figure it's supposed to give personality on there because it's not controlled by anything.
Do you think it worked? Did you feel that the lawnmower had sufficient personality with the addition of the balloons?
There'll be a no, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
There'll be a hard no.
All right. So, what did you think of the movie overall?
It's fucking dull. Again, I know I've been trying this for 250 weeks plus that we've been doing this. I don't understand how these people get money to make crap like this. There's so many holes in this. I don't understand, like, why anyone beyond Lloyd Kaufman and his video camera saw this.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it should be noted this is a trauma movie. So,
Which I did not know. I did not know when I picked this.
yeah, this is definitely a trauma movie. And before I forget, you can watch this for free on
Where?
YouTube.
Yes.
So a lot of the trauma started up a YouTube channel a while back, and they offer a lot of their movies for free on YouTube. So you can just watch them. Some of them they have like rentals that you can pay a small amount and rent. And I think they even have like a streaming service, Trauma, where you can pay a monthly fee and get like access to the entire library of trauma movies if you really wanted to binge on some trauma. Looks like this is also available on Amazon Prime Video. So if you have Prime, you can check it out on there too. So
Oh my god.
bunch of ways to watch this one for free. I when I was looking for it to give you, I found it. I kind of just scrolled through it a little bit on YouTube just to see what we're in for here, and I kind of want to watch this. It looks so ridiculous.
It's pretty ridiculous. The whole
Alright.
movie is filled with like 1 or 2 minute clips of what I assume is camera on an RC car and just drives around fields.
Now, how do the people meet their demise with this lawnmower? Because by the looks of it, it looks old and rickety, so it doesn't seem like it could sneak up on you.
Oh,
Plus, you gotta be out in
it
like
doesn't.
you got to be out in these uncharted fairways and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be very
Plus-
loud.
Yeah, and plus those old lawnmowers that they don't move that fast, so I feel as though it would be pretty
Hey,
easy.
In case you missed it, also said it tipped over a car.
Okay,
And so
So it has ghost powers.
apparently,
but still, it seems like it's not. This isn't like a zero turn lawnmower.
no,
I feel like
it's,
you'd be able to stay behind it while
it's
it kind of
very
cuts
loud when it just randomly goes after people, large groups of people.
I
Mows them down.
I feel like you would hear and see it coming and have ample time
ample, yeah,
to
ample
just
time.
get away from
Well,
it.
that brings me back. If you watch this, pay special attention to the tire changing scene because it looked like they changed his tire. It's literally in the middle of a golf course, and it makes no sense at all. And then, like I said, the lawnmower fucks the car up. it tries to go up in the van, and it can't reach up there. So it backs up and battery grabs the van over.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm still like, how do the people do they sprain their ankles and then they're just kind of, they're just stuck in the rough
No,
there with their ankle banged
no,
up? They're like, I
they
can't get
hear
up.
the lawnmowers. They hear it coming. They scream, and then they're dead.
Wow. Okay. I see. Well, I think it's billed as a comedy, like a horror comedy. I don't know if it's a movie that takes itself too seriously. So, did you find a lot of it to be kind of tongue in cheek, like a parody?
It's hard to differentiate between that and shitty made movie.
Yeah, I guess with trauma, it's difficult.
Yeah, but it is difficult with trauma.
Mm. Yeah, from what I'm reading here, a lot of people say that this is kind of a Jaws, like a spoof on Jaws. Did you find a lot of similarities between this and Jaws?
Yeah, like I was saying when you see the lawnmower, it's like a camera on top of the lawnmower is watching it go through fields and whatnot, cutting down hair,
Hmm.
Mhm.
which is sort of similar to Jaws swimming around.
All right. I still kind of want to check this out. Actually, it looks so
It
goofy.
does.
I didn't even know that this existed before
It's
you
not
brought it to my
like
attention, Kevin.
it's good for a laugh. It's fucking dumb.
Well, I guess we should ask, since we made you watch this in honor of National Golf Month. Is there some sweet golf action in Blades?
Goddamn mind.
People playing some golf?
Like I said at the end, well, the others very spiritual throughout playing golf. But at the end, the guy literally throws the golf ball down, pulls up the iron, like makes a chip shot at the lawnmower, hits it directly in the engine, and makes it explode instantly.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, as far as golf movies go, how's this rank for you?
Below most everything.
Below everything? To the bottom, then? You think it's at the bottom? Below Caddyshack 2?
Yeah.
Nice.
Below Happy Gilmore. I can't really think of anything else.
I was just actually trying to think of golf movies myself, and I can't think of that many.
Tin Cup?
That's Tin Cup.
Tin Cup, yeah.
I never saw it.
I feel like didn't we have you watch Tin Cup? I feel like you watched.
Oh,
I thought you
man,
watched
yeah,
like one of those
it is.
weird Kevin Costner. It might have been one of the baseball ones that Kevin Costner did.
No, it wasn't. I remember it now.
Yeah. It's interesting. The synopsis
Wow.
on Letterboxd says Happy Gilmore meets Maniac. It's funny because usually when you say something meets something, it's movies that came before it. You know what I mean? Like Happy Gilmore came out years after this movie.
Correct.
So it's interesting that they would retroactively say this movie meets this movie. And the first movie that they're referencing didn't come out for another like 10 years after this. Not 10 years, probably 8 years. From what you're describing to me, Ryan, I don't know if I would say this is Happy Gilmore. It seems like the only comparison to Happy Gilmore would be the fact that it takes place on a golf course. Like, that's it.
The fact of the pro-am.
What?
Happy Gilmore, that's a pro-am. Pro-am.
It has a pro-am.
Yeah.
That's still
Got the
pretty loose comparison there. I think it would be more appropriate to say Caddyshack meets Maniac, right? That seems like it would be.
There's no like floating turrets in this.
Well, then
plus
screw this movie.
Plus, that's more fun to say. Caddyshack meets Maniac.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of rolls off the tongue a lot better.
Yeah.
Also, Maniac.
Makes
I'm not
sense.
sure that I really would buy Maniac either. I would think that you would say something like Jaws or Christine or even like Maximum Overdrive, where it was the machines that were alive.
Yeah.
Now that the more and more you say Jaws, the more and more that does sound right. It is sort of like Jaws, like the lawnmower, sort of like Jaws.
Okay.
They do where they're like, we can't have the pro-am. It's too dangerous. And the guy that runs the golf course, the country club's like, no, everything's fine. Go ahead with the
Yes.
pro-am.
That may happen more than once. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he's seen the owner a few times, and everything's cool.
Hmm.
We're so good to go on the program.
So
Jeremy Milks on Letterbox. In his review, he sort of does draw some of the comparisons between Jaws and Blades. And he says here every major scene in Jaws is recreated in Blades, but instead of the Atlantic Ocean, they use the context of a golf course. And yes, this is ridiculous as it sounds. It so painstakingly pays homage to even the minor details in Jaws that it comes off completely endearing. To properly ram this point home, take the scene where Roy, named after Roy Schneider, doesn't believe the lawnmower found is the one used in the murders. So at night, he sneaks off into the golf course equipment shed and cuts open the grass bag attached to the mower, exactly mirroring the scene where Schneider and Dreyfus cut open the tiger shark on the pier looking for body parts.
I forgot that. It's not really a pivotal. Like, it doesn't mean much. He just cuts open the bag looking for anything it may or may not have sucked up.
Yeah, but it's still interesting in that that is a scene lifted directly from Jaws, only done with a lawnmower. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'd give it props for that.
it sounds more interesting on paper,
I think so. Yeah.
than the actual execution of it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though. I don't know.
Well, in the 5 minutes that I've watched, it's really bad, but it could be in a good way. In contrast, there's a couple reviews on here. Dustin says lazy garbage and gives it a half star. Burley Toys gives it a 1.5 and says fuck this movie.
That seems harsh.
Yeah, eloquent. Let's find out what your score is, Ryan. What do you give Blades? 3. Not too bad. That's 3 out of 10, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
Continuing with some of the Letterboxd reviews here, Robin says, actually amazing parody of Jaws about a lawnmower with a taste for blood, played completely straight, truly an inspired piece of work. If this doesn't appeal to you, then you don't deserve nice things.
So I guess that is a straight parody, or supposed to be a parody.
Well, I haven't seen it myself, so I don't really know firsthand, but it says here that according to Jeremy on Letterboxd, every major scene in Jaws is recreated in Blades. So maybe it is supposed to be sort of a direct parody of it. Is there a tagline? Do we have a silly tagline for this movie?
Yeah. Just when you thought it was safe to putt.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's
There
definitely
you go.
definitely a Jaws reference there. After the closing credits, there's a scene in which a hedge trimmer starts up on its own, and then the words hedges, just when you thought it was safe to trim.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes. They confused me a little bit because at the beginning it says blades in the credit, but at the end it says hedges after the credits. But then they plant the scene.
All right. So are you a golf fan? Do you like golf movies and media?
I like them when they're done right. I don't like watching it on TV, but I like watching it in person. Like if I'm on the golf course with my buddy and we're throwing around a golf course, I like that.
Okay. Let's say that now I'm assuming that you're throwing back a couple cold ones when you're on the course, right? Doing a little drinking. Let's say we took that away. let's see, you took away the alcohol.
There's no point to golf.
Would you still enjoy it? Be
There's no point.
watching live golf?
No.
There.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah.
No.
That's
It's
the answer I
pointless.
expected.
It's pointless.
I like golf. I don't play it with any regularity. I don't watch it on TV or anything, but I still do like the sport.
I don't understand how people watch it on TV.
No, my grandfather used to watch golf all the time, and I just never got it.
I like watching my friends who suck try to like drive the ball and they get angry and they do terribly.
Yeah, I could see some fun in that. I like golf video games, although I feel like there hasn't been a good one in a long time.
No, I was actually thinking about that when I was watching this.
Were you thinking about Hot Shots Golf, the best golf
Yeah.
game ever?
Also, forgot about that game.
I really, there was like rumors about a new one, and I'm really hoping that that's true. I hope that there's a new one because I would love to play that.
When did the last one come out? I don't even remember.
There was one that came out for it was either PSP or Vita. It was like a handheld one. And that was the last one. All right. Any final thoughts on Blades?
No.
All right. Fair enough. I think that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @filmpulsenet, @filmpulsekevin, and @mylegsdon'twork. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/filmpulse. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.